Is that it?
That was good.
Is that what we're going with?
Merry Yule.
Merry Yule,
Merry
everybody!
Yule to us, everyone.
Woo!
Merry Yule.
Yeah, woo! Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Noel.
I hear those church bells ringing, and I hear the children singing.
Happy Hanukkah, joyous Kwanzaa.
What is Kwanzaa? I've always wanted to know this.
Kwanzaa's like isn't it like the holiday that the black people made, right?
To put it bluntly, I guess it's sort of a Africanized, like a celebration of like African heritage. I think.
Okay, that's how Christmas time. Okay,
around Christmas time to sort of replace the Christmas. Because imperialism was bad.
It was. We don't condone it here on this show. But what is
Definitely
the show?
not in Britain. God forbid.
Heaven forbid, Dad. No. What is that show we hear you cry? It is the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour podcast, even though we don't use the community part anymore, but I'll leave it in. What the hell? And it is episode 119.
Whoa.
Woo! Or 8.
Congratulations.
It might be 118, because 118 hasn't come out yet. So
yeah, and who knows if it ever will at this point.
We're currently recording this before the actual next episodes came out. That's weird. Sorry about that. I've been ill. What can I say? My name is Simon, better known as Vacant. To my virtual left is, of course, as always, the musical maestro himself. It is Manimal.
I'm Lego.
You're not Lego. To his virtual left, we have I can never think of anything that rhymes. Christmassy Corin. There you go.
That's it. Yeah, that rhymes. Sure, why not? We'll just say it does. Hi guys, it's Corin.
There we go. It's Corin in the corn. And to his virtual left, if he's back or listening, it is Nasty Nair.
I'm back.
Hey, there we go.
Hi.
He's there.
And I guess I'm nasty.
You're nasty.
So
Take a shower.
You might work your way onto the nice list by the end of this. We'll see. And
he's not even on the naughty list. He's on the next level below the nasty list.
did I say nasty, not nice?
Nasty sounds like a middle because nasty could be like, oh, he's so nasty. So it could be like it's like a purgatory.
It's the exclusive list for cool people.
I was going to say nasty.
It's like a sect thing. It's nasty list.
He's nasty now. He's on my nasty list.
He's on the nasty
Santa
list.
having that list though.
Santa has a secret third list he doesn't show everyone. Certainly not the children.
It's a list. It's not for gift-giving purposes. It's an entirely different list. It's a little bit like Tinder, to be honest.
I'm gonna sack for you, little boy.
Oh, I had to be a little boy.
I know. Why did you put the little boy bit at the end?
I mean, maybe everyone is little to Santa because he's so old.
That's
weird.
not a stature thing. That's an age thing.
You're making it weird.
And of course, Jesus, rounding out the cast, because it's not just us four again, because there's been an outcry for us to not just do a quartet again. We have got some very special guests with us, and we'll let them introduce themselves.
The Manga Forum!
Yay! Woo!
And Lexa from the Manga Forum.
Yeah, Lexa and Lara. I'm
We
Lexa.
We have Lexa and Lara, who collectively are the Manga Forum podcast. They have their own podcast. We'll include a link below, so definitely check that out. They've been joining us because it's Christmas. You have everyone round for a big celebration, so welcome to the show.
Yay!
Everyone, please welcome this other much better podcast than ours.
Oh my god, no! We've nearly been doing it a year, and we've managed one a month. So,
Yeah, just about.
Burners.
Yeah, we're certainly the quantity over quality type here at the Manga Raiders Happy Hour.
Right. I'm a listener. I'm a listener of this podcast, of you guys' podcast, and I laugh a lot. Like, I can be walking wherever I'm going, openly laughing at some of the things that comes out of you guys. So, thank you for that, and thank you for having us on.
Okay. Well,
I do want to take the moment to apologize. I was one of the people who voted for you to read Goodnight Pun Pun when it came up on Twitter. That is not an uplift. Like, I want to hear you talk about it more, but that is, I know, not an uplifting story.
I know, I'm just nearly finished volume 3, and I want to read more still.
Nairborns, did you listen to our review of it?
I'm about halfway through right now.
Oh god.
Just dark.
It's
bad.
I'm sorry. So I'm gonna start reading that one too in solidarity.
Do you want to read a manga that makes you feel really depressed and dark, that has no real storyline?
That's what I live for.
Continuous sadness.
No, but
it's really good.
You
should
rock
read it.
God, I'm slipping. I didn't know you'd released that then. The last one I listened to was the I'm a Hero one. So I must be one behind. Fuck. I'm 2 behind. Shit, no, there's the Orin Host. Oh, I'm just outing how bad I am.
It's really strange. No one listened to Orin High School Coast Club. It's really weird.
That's weird.
Isn't it so weird? It's like a YouTube as well. It's like no one went for it.
It's like 5 years ago, Orin was one of those huge things you would see at like different cons. Everyone was cosplaying those people. Or
times have changed.
I almost have to wonder if it's just oversaturated at this point.
It's
maybe.
all about.
That's like old fashioned, though. You know, that's.
Are you behind the times?
I thought, yeah. I mean, I thought it was older than it was. So I was like thinking it was more reflecting on those 90s shoujo, but it's actually quite recent. So maybe that's why.
Is it based on a manga? I remember seeing the anime, manga. But I don't know. So the manga came first?
Yeah, the manga. Well, actually, I couldn't answer that. I don't know 100%, but you can buy like the massive box set manga of it.
We'll just say yes, because we don't fact check anything we say on here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one came first.
You know, it might be a classic.
They're totally different as well. Like the anime is amazing. The manga's a bit.
The manga's
sexist,
rubbish.
but it's a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not great.
I don't think it was good.
Oh, never mind. Well,
it's really weird. Just people just weren't into it.
I've given up a long time ago trying to make sense of any kind of analytics and why things got popular. Because if you look back at the history of some of our like more popular shows on certain platforms, for no reason at all, I was like, is it the title? Is it the thumbnail? Is it the content? Like, why has it become popular? No clue.
I mean, if girls from my high school were anything to go by, it was popular because Pretty Boys.
Yes.
It's because we're so gosh darn handsome.
Is that why? Like,
I'll tell you something as well.
If you're talking about us, we're not pretty.
Our most popular episode is with my Amado, but the thing is about the episode, it's like the worst quality ever. Like, I don't understand. Like, I can't listen to it back because I'm so embarrassed. Because Nigel had really terrible Wi-Fi, but people just keep listening to it, and I'm like, really? It's
That's
mystery.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was a good chat.
That's always the shame. I mean, we're well known for our technical difficulties, and if White Crow's out there listening, I'm really sorry, White Crow. It is no offense to you. I am not deliberately losing the episode you're on. He's a guy who we met on the forum who also made his own manga, and he's in the process of making it, and he's gotten a professional artist. He's really quite far in the process last time we spoke to him. And every time he's on the show, we lose that episode, like through technical difficulties, different reasons. And I'm pretty certain the reason he stopped speaking to us now is because he must be convinced we have some kind of vendetta against him. And I promise we don't. It's just it just happens. I'm sorry. That's what goes on in the show. But anyway, excuse me. That was the Manga Raiders. Oh, fucking hell. That's the Manga Forum people. There we go. You may have noticed I'm dying right now. We'll move on. I want to know, first and foremost, everyone, how was your weeks? Manimal, we'll start with you as always. What did you get up to this last week? Oh, excellent.
He just got out as soon as we needed him.
Okay. Yeah, just did this. Oh, good. I'm glad you did. Yay! Oh, for the briefest of moments. Hey, he's back. Manimal, how was your week? Are you,
You okay?
Corin, how was your week?
My week was fine. It was kind of Slow. Okay, it wasn't slow at work, but it was slower than it had been. So I got to go home at 5 at least twice this week, which was fantastic.
A normal time?
Yeah, normal time. It's really weird. I felt bad. But we had our holiday lunch on Wednesday. That was nice. People, it's kind of a potluck kind of thing. People bring their families in and just have a nice sit-down lunch kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then last night, I threw my, I guess now annual Christmas party. First annual Christmas party.
I was going to say, how many times has it happened? Once.
It will be annual, I promise. But it wasn't too bad. A lot of people kind of flaked on me at the last second because they're terrible friends. But we still had a couple people over. Well, I had a couple of people over. And it went pretty good. We had a fun time. I made cider. Really good stuff.
Awesome. And you're not feeling too bad or hungover?
No, not feeling too bad. Well, and surprisingly, for as much cider we drank and as much alcohol I put in there, it really isn't very powerful. I'm not sure what it was with that.
You must have boiled it, so it absorbs. Is that how it works?
No, I put
it evaporates
it in at the
alcohol?
End, so it shouldn't have boiled off anyways.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not entirely sure alcohol does boil off. I've heard. And then this morning I got to watch Star Wars, but we have a different podcast for that coming out soon. Or it has come out in the past. We'll see.
You can discuss generic feelings about it if you wish.
No, we got to save it for the episode.
Okay.
Holding it all in, or we'll get lost in it.
Okay. Manimal, we missed you.
Hi.
How was your week?
My week, things happened. So yeah, I just literally just came home. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Did you stop or?
I'm waiting for you. You said hold on a minute, so you held on a minute.
Yes, so my week, I just saw Star Wars 2, came back from the theater. You know, you had the freaking cups here, and they got two sides in the cup, and they put the French on the good side of the cup. So now it's a Les Dorans Jedi.
What? Oh, there's two languages.
Les Dornais Jedi.
Oh, man.
Settlement cinema. I don't know. Whatever, who cares? Anyways, my week, it went along. Freaking true tragedy has occurred. Polish restaurant is closing.
No!
The greatest restaurant I've ever been to in my whole entire life. And now it's gone. You're going
that
to
restaurant made you drop out of school.
Yeah, it did. They're going to freaking BC. Everyone wants to go to BC these days, I swear to God. Frick. All the way on the other side. But, what you gonna do? You just gotta go a few more times, and that's the thing.
I can tell this has really affected you, because I can hear it in the tone of your voice. I want to do something for you, Manimal. I'm sorry.
No, I just feel really agitated for no reason right now. It's because my internet's pissing me off. But,
Well, also you commented that you listened to the first episode you ever mentioned the Polish restaurant back again when you found out it was closing.
And it gave me hope for this city. It's been a terrible year for my city. Let me just say that much, right? It's not been a good year. And this place gave me hope that I was like, okay, there's goodness here. And now they're leaving. It represents something greater to me. But that's it. I don't know.
2016 took the celebrities. 2017's taken the Canadian restaurants. Rest in peace.
17 has just been a crazy year for all in many ways, but yeah.
Maybe it's like the Jamaican place and you thought it was closing down, but then it just wasn't.
No, I talked to the owner.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a little more definitive.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, we're closing on Friday, and I thought he meant like, for the holidays, so I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he's like, yeah, we're going to BC, and I was like, no. So then I made sure to tell him that I love the restaurant so much that I started reading a book about Polish people in my city.
And what was his response to that weird thing? Was he not a fan? I think we lost him again.
No.
Thanks, Manimal. Narbons.
The end of the story.
We'll never know. We'll be left on a cliffhanger. Nah, how was your week?
Pretty good. Still in the running for the same job I talked about last time, and also maybe a few new ones. The most interesting thing is what happened in the last, hour and a half. My wife is a veterinarian. You may have known that. My parents own a chunk of property where deer are known to be. She's talked about wanting, a deer skull for her office. Yeah. Well, I mean, she already has like a dog skull. That was my parents' Christmas present to her last year. And anyways,
the fact she collects skulls makes more sense. You have to remember, she does like treat animals.
It's anatomy.
Yeah, science.
Oh, okay.
There's a hunter who hunts on my parents' property who says, "Hey, I have a deer now. I'm going to use the meat. Do you want this head?" My parents say, "Of course we want that deer head. That'll be the perfect Christmas present for our daughter-in-law." Which they then informed me that they just have a deer head. Haven't treated it or anything. It's not bones. It's just a head. So I said to my wife when I got back, "I know what my parents are getting you for Christmas. You may want to bring a big plastic baggie next time we go to my parents' house." And she goes, "Why is that?" And apparently, eventually, by the time I got back from a walk with the dog, I get into the house and she is standing over the oven. There's a pot on the oven and you can see it's boiling. She turns around and looks at me with a big smile and says, "It's a deer head."
Oh, why?
Now it turns out she was making ramen.
Oh.
And it was only telling me that she found out what she's getting. But there was a brief moment where I thought my wife was just boiling a deer head on the oven.
How small would that deer have to be that could fit in a pot?
Pretty small.
Poor deer. I don't like this. I don't agree with this, personally.
Well, you've never had venison.
I haven't. That's a factual statement. I've never had venison.
Haven't you? Not venison sausages?
I've never had a venison sausage.
Yeah, well, nice. Are you vegetarian?
I'm not vegetarian.
Okay, well, am I offending you?
No, it's okay. I'm not vegetarian. I've just not had venison. I'm a very selective person when it comes to meat. I won't eat lamb because I feel bad for the babies. I'm basically like conscious and feel guilty. I'm a guilt eater, but I'm not guilty enough to not eat meat because it tastes too good. But yeah. It's like I could.
So your solution is don't think about it.
Exactly. That's why I can't eat food that looks like I can't eat meat that resembled it in life.
You don't eat the sad ones.
No, like
I've seen you eat chicken. Chicken resembles it in life.
Chicken? No, if you see a fillet of chicken,
chickens aren't cute enough not to eat for Simon.
they are cute, little chicken, but like a fillet of chicken does not look like a fucking animal. It looks like a piece of meat.
Well, neither does a venison steak.
A shrimp
or a lamb.
looks like, a shrimp looks like it. I know, but they're little babies.
So what are your thoughts on chicken nuggets that are shaped like dinosaurs? Does that remind you too much of
too much?
Creatures?
I gain flashbacks. I'm like, them poor guys have died for us. I seen Jurassic Park. I love them raptors.
We shaped you into your ancestors to make you more delectable.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
It'd be like if when we die they put pilgrim clothes on us.
I'd like that. I'd be in fancy dress in my funeral. I wouldn't want to be all boring in a suit. Just to keep it like, nice and airy and light. It'd be cool. I'd cosplay for the first time ever. When you die.
Oh, I need to make sure that I'm buried in a t-shirt and like shorts. I don't want to spend the rest of eternity in a suit because that is not comfortable.
All right, we'll make a deal right now. Whichever one of us dies first, make sure the other one's buried comfortably.
Cool. He died comfortably. He buried comfortably. I can't talk. I'm just going to carry on. Hey, that's a good week that you had now. Lexa, Laura, what? I don't know why I'm asking as like you're a collective unit, like as human beings. How was your week?
You go first, Laura.
Mine was pretty good because I had the beginning of the week off. And what I did was a course on prop design, like prop design making.
Oh, that's cool. Like physical prop. Yeah.
It was amazing. I got to make a plaster mold and I made a latex apple. And then I also got to polycarve out of polystyrene. And I did like a scarab beetle facade. I've just been loving life this week. It's just much better than work. Doing like creative things is what
I was going to
do.
say, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I've made this like really crappy latex apple, which I then painted, and it looks quite, I don't know, quite basic, but it's my favourite little thing.
The one question I have is, because apples are pretty cheap and disposable, did he need to go through the effort of making a prop one when in most productions he could use a real one?
And also, I destroyed an apple by having to put it into the plaster, right? So I've I've like denied the world of an eatable apple by making a really shit false one.
Maybe they saw you destroy the real one and were like, just let him make a fake one. It'll be kinder to the apples.
Yeah. Right? It was, I don't know, I feel like now as well, I can make anything. So, Lex, I think if we do cosplay in a big way at any time in our lives, this is how you make, like, cosplay armor and swords and all kinds of shit. So, I feel like I've got a new skill in life, a proper skill as well.
Cosplay.
You said you destroyed the apple to get a replica. Are you going to have to find and kill another cosplayer in order to take their costume?
I need your sword. To take my own shit one.
You're just raiding museums for old armor bits. I know this is historically sensitive, but I need it for the anime.
Yeah.
I need a Claymore cosplay. I know the suit of armor was priceless, but come on.
What's
LAGC's around the corner.
We're melting it down.
I'm going to the worst convention ever. I need the shittest box.
The cops just find a ditch with a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings cosplayers inside. They'll never suspect that other slightly worse Lord of the Rings cosplayer.
In my experience, that's how it works. You destroy the real one. Yeah, that seems legit to me.
There you go.
But then, what else? I also went to go and see, I've been to the cinema twice, like I said earlier as well. I saw The Florida Project, which is quite a, I don't know, moody film. I don't know how I feel about it. And then I went to go and see The Disaster Artist.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Has anyone seen it?
I have not, but I really want to.
I'm
it's
gonna
on the
go
list.
see it. Yeah, I've got
We all went to see Star Wars first.
I've got to see Star Wars and then Disaster Artist in the same day in the next couple of days, so that'll be interesting.
Yes. I
was
wonder
it?
how you feel.
Was it good?
Yeah, well, I read the book, and the film and the book made me feel the same, just like a very deep cringe, because it's so, I just get really emotional by it. It makes me really emotional because he's such a weird guy, but I can't laugh at him. He's like the tragic.
Yeah, you feel sorry for him.
But it's not that either, because I don't really feel sorry for him. It's more just so cringy that he has this dream and he just goes for it, but it doesn't work out. And I can't even talk about it. I spent most of the film with my hands because it's just so cringe. Whereas a lot of the cinema were laughing, and yeah. So if you've read the book, it's exactly like the book. It's very, very close. Yeah. But so I've had a really good week. Lex, what have you done?
Just general family Christmassy shopping things. And I went to see Star Wars last night, which I really enjoyed, but my partner said it was too long.
Oh, it doesn't like
It was a longer film, but it was only like 2.5 hours.
He was very nitpicky, but I was just happy the entire time. So
yeah, I went for one of the later showings, and around 1:30 in the morning, it gets long.
Yeah, I was like, I really need to pee, but I can't leave.
I just accept
something.
that. As a person with a baby bladder, and I love the Lord of the Rings movies, I was like, I'm going to accept I'm going to miss several things. I'll just have to try and catch them on the next season.
But yeah, apart from that, nothing much.
Fair enough. Sorry, Manimal, we cut you off a long time ago with the with your story. We never got to hear the conclusion, but it'll be a cliffhanger.
I don't care.
You don't care.
No, what did he say? What did he say when you said he read a Polish storybook about Polish people?
No, there's a book in my library about the Polish people in my city, actually.
What did he say?
And no, I just told the owner that I got the book. Started reading the book because I like the restaurant so much.
What was his reaction to that?
He laughed.
Because it's like stalkerish levels. He's like, oh, okay. What you need to do?
A book about you.
I know your family's history. You need to go in with like full head to toe, like Polish gear, like I love Poland and stuff, and just see what he does.
I think it's going to take that joke a little too far if you do that.
Try and order in Polish if you can but use Google Translate so it's extra shitty. That's what you need to do. I think he's gone again.
Oh.
There we go.
I honestly think there's just too many people on the call and it's giving him hell.
No, he was having some issues yesterday, so
was he?
I don't know. Yeah.
Gotta work on that Canadian internet.
Rip 12 Days of Christmas. Manimal's out. But never mind.
Are you doing an episode every day? Is that what?
Yes, we are.
It's amazing.
It's exactly as terrible as you might imagine.
Vlogmas. Podmas.
Because if we did vlogs, it'd be so much easier as well. Because it's just try and do a 20-minute thing, but then they always turn into 2-hour like episodes, and then you have to edit them, and you have to arrange them, and you have to do all that shit. Also, as well, because we always say every single year, we'll get 8 done before the start of December. We'll have them done. We'll start in October. It'll be fine. And then we do like 2, go, yeah, we're ahead of schedule. And then leave them till the 13th of December and go, shit. So at the moment, we're literally like recording one to put out the next day or same day. So that's fun.
That's the fun.
Yeah, it's half the fun for me. I thoroughly enjoy spending the run up to Christmas doing that. Although I will say shout out to Manimal, because Manimal's been a huge help with recording and editing, so, you know, he knows I love him. Just to round out the weeks then, I guess, I've not really got much to say, other than being seriously ill and tired, and we went to our works office party, which was a good laugh and a good giggle, from what I remember. I thankfully didn't wake up too bad.
That's the other thing I did today. I probably shouldn't say this online. This week, I mean. The other thing I did this week was go to my old company's Christmas do. Wasn't invited. So just to clarify, I worked for this other company. It's a direct competitor of the company I'm working for now.
Oh.
But I literally moved for exactly the same role for more money. Right? So I crossed over into another company, and I did that in June. And I worked, my old company was like a kind of like a slave driver. I don't really like using that sentence, but I worked overtime all the time. I was really, really like stressed out, really, really whatever. This new company is much more balanced. So I feel like I probably did more hours in the 6 months for the other company than I did for the 6 months of this company, right? So technically, I'm owed half of that Christmas.
You're owed a Christmas party. I think you deserve that. I mean, I went old works, like when I got fired from Alton Towers, R.I.P., Theme Parks High. I went the summer party and the winter party there, and it was good fun. No one batted an eyelid, because the turnover rate was ridiculous. Probably most of them didn't know you were gone.
That's exactly what happened. On Friday night as well. A couple of people recognized me and they were just like, oh, are you working from home now? I was kind of like, yes. Yes, I'm working from home now.
I've been on an extended break. There's been things that have happened. Never mind.
It's better than the alternative of, no, I got fired 3 months ago. And then just walking away.
You could have spread as many drunk reasons as possible. It's like, oh yeah, no, have you not heard about the Uganda branch that we've opened? Big things over there. I've been working away. You probably noticed the tan. It's good fun. But yeah, I'm trying to think what happened. I know it's always a good time, you know, Christmas party. You get to suit up and go and have fun. It's a free bar. The only thing that I can say, It won't get me. I'm trying to think of things that I can say that won't come back to me. Have you ever been that drunk that you forgot which side you were on in terms of people? Because this happened to us when we were outside the party. We were in the smoking area. And I say smoking area, it was just the steps outside the entrance. There's nothing there. This guy just walks past us, a random drunk. He's on his merry way. He's obviously had a good time himself with his little pizza, and he's going home. But he just starts shouting at us, going, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And everyone's trying their best to ignore him because, it's strange drunk guy. But when I'm drunk, I want to engage with everyone, so I was like, "I'm ready! I am ready!" So he starts going, "I'm in love with the no-no." And I was thinking, that rings a bell, but that doesn't sound right. So I was like, it's Coco. It's Coco. But he was, it kind of made it a bit awkward because he was a black man. And I was shouting, "No, it's Coco." And he goes, "Are you calling me Coco?" I was like, "No, the song is Coco. I'm not racist. I'm not a racist. The song is Coco."
That's like something out of Peep Show.
So he starts singing it with me. I got him back on board. He starts singing it with me, going, "I'm in love with the Coco." So I'm singing it with him, having a good time. He wants a hug, so I lean over the rail. I'll give him a little brother hug, because, that's fine. There's nothing wrong there. But then everyone starts, pulling away, going, come on, come inside. Ignore him, come inside. And it's like, he's not doing anything. He's not. So, I was like, this is my boy, because I was playing it up a little bit. I was like, this is my boy, we're singing, he isn't doing anything. And I was getting really defensive about him. And then I was like, you need all back off now. This guy's my bro. And then I realized, oh shit, no wait, I am with them. No, I am on this side of the fence. That's right. He is the stranger.
You were literally on that side of the fence.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, no wait, there's a reason I'm here. These are my people. He's the stranger. But he was fine. He wandered off. He did throw his pizza at the bouncer after I'd gone in, but, that would have been fun to see. I was just like, oh shit, there was that moment of realization going, wait, yeah, no, I am not with him. No. I started that was my joke that I started and then believed in the space of a minute. So he's my boy. But anyway, that was all. We got home safely. It was fine. Nothing all went off without a hitch. And thankfully I missed the casino, because otherwise I probably would have spent more money than I would have wanted to. But other than that, I have not seen Star Wars. I will, I promise. And I've been reading a shit ton of Black Clover just for you, Corin. And I'm almost there now.
Almost there.
I started it.
Did you?
Yes. I started it. I finished volume 1 today. I love it. I really like it.
Oh, okay.
By volume 2 and volume 3 on Amazon. It's pretty good. I didn't think I would like it. I thought it'd be, I don't know what I thought it'd be, but it's
If you enjoyed, that's good.
It's interesting because I find myself liking Black Clover despite my better judgment at times. And I don't know where it lines up on actual released volumes, but what they're doing right now is actually really good stuff.
Yeah. Oh god, where are they now? In terms of volume releases, they are on chapter 90, I think. That's the last one I got, and that's like the water temple thing, so I'm up to date now. If you enjoyed volume 1, volume 2 and 3 certainly pick up a lot more. There's that secondary arc is really, really good. That's when it clicked for me and I really got into it. I do get what you are saying, Corin. There are moments where I'm just like, maybe it's shonen battle manga burnout, where power of friendship and stuff, I'm just kind of like, okay, I've seen this dialogue in several mangas. Hello, Naruto. My friends are my power.
Yeah, I'm not into shonen at all. So I would say that I've started this thinking that it would be, I don't know, that I wouldn't enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I haven't got any of that burnout.
That'll be. Yeah, that's good then.
I'm not a reader of Naruto, or I know you guys love Bleach and those kinds of things. I always feel like I get burnout within the first couple of episodes. I'm sick of it. I think that was a problem with things like Sword Art Online as well, which that. So these kind of like really shonen type things, I'm sick of it before I even read it, which I guess
and that goes for shoujo as well. You won't even amuse that either.
Yeah, I guess. I guess so.
So we've got to read bloody Good Night Pun Pun, give us all nightmares.
There we go. That's what you need, a nice palate cleanser. I don't want friendship as power. I want friendship as the road to heartache and sad deaths and tragedies all around.
Yeah. And like, yeah, there's something wrong in that.
Do you know what I mean? It's like trash. It's like trashy, like your guilty pleasure. Like my guilty pleasure is like shoujo, but what's your guilty pleasure? You can't like everything that's critically acclaimed.
Guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying Black Clover. I think it's good. I don't think it's shit. So I guess I don't know.
You like Batman as well, don't you?
I don't think so. I think we need to talk more about that though. More Batman.
I think like guilty pleasures would probably be like. In fact, no, I'm not even guilty of enjoying it. Anoragaru, the fart anime. That's our claim to fame. That one, and all the shitty shorts that come out. It's like Arho Girl. But that's not a guilty pleasure because it was genuinely funny. I wouldn't say it was critically acclaimed.
Right, so I started watching Arho Girl after listening to your podcast about it. I love it. I think it's the funniest thing. And I get what you're saying. When you've spoken about it getting a bit old, some of the sort of like running jokes.
Yeah.
It's old, but I still find it funny.
So it was great. It never stops being funny.
Yes, exactly. I agree. But it's really good. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Season 2, hopefully. I'm sure there's one coming. If we talk about it and tweet about it enough, it'll happen.
I'll join you with that.
What was Laura said the funniest thing on our episode when she was talking about Arho Girl? She said it's basically about the story about what did you call her?
I don't remember.
Like a simpleton.
Yeah.
Just of a simpleton or something.
The premise is that, she's like Forrest Gump, but not.
Well, it's not even like Forrest Gump. She's just an idiot who's oblivious, I guess.
Oblivious. She's a silly sausage, as they'd say in England.
I'm not entirely sure you're not making that up.
No, I've heard it before. You're never, in serious places too, in courtrooms and stuff. You just go, defendant is guilty of being a silly sausage. And you will receive a slap on the wrist. And a reduction in rations. But that leads us on... Court adjourned, motherfuckers. That leads us on nicely onto the news, because I've ran out of things to talk about on my week, so I forgot what I've done, because again, I'm dying. I'm sorry. These 12 days of Christmas are doing me in. Here's some exciting news for the whole world to consume today. Did you know the creator of Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto, is teased his new work for next year? It's apparently a sci-fi story that he'll be serializing.
Is it also about ninjas?
I hope not. I really hope not. Do you know Boruto is the upcoming arc of Boruto is called the Chunin Exam? That's the same can you not think of a different name for the goddamn arc? It's the same shit. Kakashi's there. Oh, I'm so sick of it. It's like they just went, let's just give the character, let's conclude this 20-year-old series. Okay, let's wrap it up. That's fine. And then someone just came along and goes, what if we restarted it, but gave the character B instead of N in his first initial? Brilliant. Let's do it. Let's go all over again. It's...
Yeah, we've got a friend who's asked us a couple of times to do a review of Naruto, right, Lex? He asked Naruto, right? And I can't bring myself to read it because I just think I don't know. I'm prejudiced against it. I just think it's shonen crap. But I mean, what do you guys think of it really? Because now I've heard of all this Boruto stuff as well. And I mean, is it original in any sense?
Naruto was good, but Boruto seems to just be literally... Because I know there's things when they do reboots or sequels and they do a soft reboot and then they sort of walk the same beats and hit the same beats as the story. So Star Wars Episode 7 had similar kind of beats to Episode 4.
Yeah, you can see, the same story.
It was Episode 4 with a modern day skin on it, more or less.
But it was like if they just had Luke Skywalker and Ban Solo knocking around, at least they changed characters and they changed bits in it.
And Bantress Leia. Ban Baca. Everyone just has B's in front of their names.
Yeah, Barth Beta.
That's really weird.
Bempra Ballantine. Oh, I like that. Sounds nice. Yeah, it's just like, change more, do more. It's a different writer on the whole project. Like,
is he just a troll, just trying to make money and see how far the editors will let him go?
I feel I might be a bit cynical to it, but I feel like it is just a bit of a cash grab at this point. And it's like, oh, we concluded the series, but do you like this sequel? That's definitely not the same.
Yeah, but the new one, sci-fi, ninjas in space. That'd be really cool.
I would read Ninjas in Space.
Ninjas in Space would be cool, actually. I'd take that one on. Yeah, that's the only thing that's been released. It's like, oh, there's something coming in 2018. It's sci-fi. He's happy.
It's just Naruto with a space helmet on.
Yeah, it's just...
We're taking a ninja school to the moon.
To be fair, his outfit kind of looks like an astronaut suit. Like, sort of. He could adjust that and make it spacesuit.
I always thought it looked like it would be like crinkly like a windbreaker, which isn't great for ninjas, but I guess neither is being bright orange.
Yeah. It's okay.
So true.
Yeah, he's not a good ninja, Naruto. He just wears bright orange. Stealth isn't his best thing, but he's also an idiot, so it's fine. Also, speaking of old shonen properties, there is a new Dragon Ball movie coming out in December 2018. It's the 20th movie, which I thought there was more, personally.
Really? I thought 20 sounded high when you just said it now. But I guess
the 20th movie.
That's a lot. Is it? When you say it's a Dragon Ball film, is it like in the Super timeline thing going on?
Well,
Dragon Ball.
The synopsis is that the theme's going to be about Saiyans, the strongest fighting race in the universe. It will depict the origin of the strength of the Saiyan race. So I'm assuming it's going to be taking place. Well, it certainly can't include like Goku or anyone.
So it's going to be sort of like the Bardock movie in that sense.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
not not that OVA where he goes back in time and meets the Blob people and becomes a Super Saiyan.
Oh, maybe
I don't know if I've seen
the
real version of that or the abridged one.
At this point,
do that with Dragon Ball? I'm like, I don't know if I've actually seen that movie or the abridged one.
At this point, the abridged version of Dragon Ball Z and regular Dragon Ball Z have just completely mixed in my head, and it doesn't matter anymore.
Yes.
Really, the abridged version is probably the most true version of how everything goes down.
And it's so good because cuts out all the filler.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Super. Oh, did you see? I mean, it's not really a news story in its own right, but did you see that the original Vegeta voice actor is going to be like being cloned Vegeta in Super? So it's
really?
Like
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it Brian Drummond? Brian Drummond, isn't it? Canadian one. And he's going to be like the clone in the Funimation dub against Chris Sabat. So that's going to be cool. I like that little caveat. Little Easter egg there. I think
Lara met the original Vegeta voice at a convention.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, cool.
He signed something I can't remember if he signed something for me or my brother, but he was a very nice guy, and he recorded something on a dictaphone as well. We had him say something like, "Hi, Lara, this is Vegeta," something like that.
Wow, it was like he was on the show then. I thought you played it. Oh, that's cool. I forget, yeah, you guys go prepared to conventions. You actually take stuff with you rather than us.
This was when Lara was like 13 or something.
Oh, really? Oh, this is a long time ago. Oh.
Yeah. Where did you go, Lara?
It was in Milton Keynes. I can't remember what the convention was called, but it was like a collector's convention. And I went, Did you ever come with us, Lex?
No, I wasn't invited.
Oh.
Of course you're invited.
I don't know.
I know I went with Iona once.
Yeah.
Or I went a couple times with Iona.
That's really cool to met him.
Well, yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, we went to Alcon and one of the abridged guys was there and I totally missed him and I was gutted. And because it was such a small convention, you could just like literally just walk up to him.
Yeah, I like that. I prefer... You just go up and just have a chat with people. I do enjoy that about like smaller ones.
Yeah.
I like when we met Gigux last year, like because Josh the ginger guy who was with us at LAGC this year. He met him. He has a man crush on Giggux. Like, he really loves Giggux. And he's like, that's Giggux! And he was just staring a whole... Like, I thought he was staring at a girl behind us. But it was actually Giggux, because I was like, alright, Josh, tone it down, dude, Jesus. But no, he was staring at Giggux. But he was a cool dude.
So, are you guys going to LAGC in February? Is it February, Lex? When's the next one?
Yeah, Feb.
We're going to the next one.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
What is happening?
When he gets unfocused, Menimal just goes and does a squat on his amp for the longest time. He'll be back in a minute. This is just a thing he's developed.
This is our everyday life with him.
Yeah,
it's like best having a large cat.
Yeah. Why does he insist we watch?
The best thing to do is like try and ignore his video, because if you ever notice on the podcast when there's just gaps in audio or when someone loses focus with what they're saying, it's probably because they're just watching Animal do something.
I'm going to minimize my Skype. It's too much.
It's like watching a live feed of like a enclosure of something.
It's like someone's going to get murdered or something.
Oh, now I see him.
There he is, doing his little squat. Bless him. He'll be back. At least, I mean, he's trusting his internet a lot, thinking that the video is going to carry. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe it's more stable with a video connection. I don't know.
When he's away from it.
Oh, that must be it. I don't know. That's all I've got for news, because it's Christmas. News is thin on the ground and stuff. We don't want to talk about news. We want to talk about Christmas and shit.
I guess I do have a piece of news that I don't think we've covered. There's going to be a Detective Pikachu movie where Ryan Reynolds is playing Detective Pikachu, and Alex Hirsch of Gravity Falls is writing or directing both.
Oh.
Is this actually true?
This
yes.
is...
Yeah.
I think it's actually true. There's an IMDb page for it.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if it was true.
Does this mean that Pikachu is going to actually talk again?
Doesn't he talk in the one they just released?
Yeah, at the very end, he actually speaks.
Yeah.
What does Ash do? What happens? Has anyone seen it?
I've seen the best video to find. I saw it on Twitter with someone who was recording in the cinema. And it was when Pikachu started talking, and you just heard everyone in the audience just go, "What the fuck?" Like, it was just everyone, no one saw it coming.
That is...
I'm pretty sure that part Ash is hallucinating what's going on.
Oh, is that what it is?
But no, Detective Pikachu, because that game came out in Japan already. And it's just kind of a Meowth situation of, no, this one is special. I mean,
so it's like to save from it being a shit Pikachu movie, they've just made him talk.
Yeah. I don't know. I was
not...
about to say something like they wouldn't pay that kind of money to get a well-known actor to say one thing, but this is the timeline where we have Vin Diesel voicing I Am Groot.
That's true. Detective Pikachu's its own thing, because again, he like walks around in a deer stalker cap and solves crimes. It's an entirely different thing.
See, what would have been good is if they just kept the Japanese voice actor, and then it's just people trying to work out what he's saying.
So they still have a human actor just speaking in Japanese?
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds just speaking Japanese.
It'd be better if he just keeps going like, Pika, 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 and everyone's like, that's right, Pikachu.
Yes, like Lassie.
Like mentally understanding like Lassie or whatever.
Because I'm just thinking of like Deadpool. Like, how is he going to do the voice of Pikachu?
I don't know, because the original, he's like super serious kind of Japanese man.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
Too.
But,
very strange.
Is Detective Pikachu Ash's Pikachu?
No, I think it's entirely separate Pikachu.
I'm not
even entirely sure it's set in the actual Pokemon universe.
It must be set in the Pokemon universe.
No, I think it's just a Pikachu solving crimes. I'm not kidding.
It's going to be a Pikachu in Victorian London?
No, it's like modern day Japan.
I guess. I suppose if it's set in Japan, then I can kind of see it, because, you'll just accept it. You'll go, okay.
Is it just maybe like a rip-off of Professor Layton?
Yeah.
Thing.
Except it's just your Pikachu.
It's weird. I might need to just watch this. Just because it's baffling.
That's like a load of shit.
Oh my god, the first 9 minutes. Okay.
I'll say this would at least give you a sense of what the hell it is like in context.
It kind of just looks like a suit. Like, it doesn't look like CG. Maybe it's just how the photo is.
But like, if you skip ahead to the part where Pikachu's actually talking.
I won't click on it because I'm recording, so it'll show up. And suddenly, like, they'll just be...
disappointed Nintendo didn't listen to the fan petition requesting Danny DeVito voice Detective Pikachu. That was passed around for a while.
Oh god, Danny DeVito.
How would that sound?
Better.
I thought you were going to give us an impression. Then. Never mind.
I mean, what was the thing? They kept photoshopping on Always Sunny from Philadelphia lines beneath Pikachu. It was, whoops, I dropped my condom for my monster dog.
Oh god.
It's just that close caption.
I haven't seen it
beneath Pikachu.
I'm going to look it up right now.
I'd love that. It's like Pikachu, no one can understand Pikachu because he has to go through the filter of an adult, and most of what he says is not okay.
Pokemon are just swearing constantly at us.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, oh no.
He's a lot like R2-D2.
It's just filth, but enjoyed. That's why D3PO is so offended all the time. It's completely justified. You just don't know.
Oh man. Where are we? Any more news? Any more newsy poos?
I do feel like we need to give a shout out to Michiru Shimada, who passed away. She was the head writer for the Little Witch Academia series and a lot of other stuff I haven't heard of. But still, it sucks. It sounds like she passed away at 58 and always stinks when we lose someone.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Sorry to make it sad.
I'm just I'm trying to look for me with Pikachu and It's Always Sunny, but can't find any.
It's here. I apologize. I don't want to have this in my search history, but I am looking up Pikachu Monster Dong.
I mean, if you...
Magnum Dong. There it is.
Okay. Don't search that on DeviantArt, please.
Oh God, no.
I'm back. That's the first thing I heard when I put my headphones back in. Pikachu. Monster Dong.
Here we go.
Oh, that could be the episode title. Let's not make it the episode title. It's got to be called Christmas, though, because it is Christmas. And before we talk about Christmas, let's go through very quickly. Has anyone been watching anything that they want to talk about or discuss or throw out there?
Not anime-wise. What's on Netflix at the moment that's any good?
Anime-wise.
I'm waiting for Bright to come out.
I don't know. I've been watching Dragon Ball Super on Crunchyroll.
I can't watch it in the Japanese. I have to watch it in the English dubs.
I powered through, and it's alright. Like, the voices, they're fucking awful. I can't stand them. But, like, Gohan just sounds so stupid. I can't get over it. But yeah, I've just powered through now because I want to see it.
Once you get used to it, I suppose
yeah,
it's okay.
And also now I'm at a point where I've seen so many episodes that I don't know if I can go back and wait for the dub. I don't know how many they've released yet on Funimation.
Well, they've released 40 over in the West, but they ain't fucking released them in the UK. Funimation.
No, really?
Pricks. Yeah. Just ignoring us.
Really
no love for the UK.
That's really annoyed me, Simon.
I am unfollowing Funimation. Have that. Cry about that, Funimation.
I'm still bloody subscribed as well.
Yeah. I'm on there. I mean, I use them for My Hero Academia, although to be fair, their media player and stuff and streaming is one of the worst fucking sites I've ever used.
You can't even search. You have to go A to Z.
Yeah, and then when you get your video, it's like, oh, here's 2 minutes of buffering, and now here's 2 minutes of your show. Here's some more buffering.
I've never had problems with it buffering, But I will say, it took me a long time to actually pay because they actually only have one advert on there, and that's for their own service.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Why am I wasting money?
No, but it gets annoying, obviously, if you're binge watching to watch the exact same advert for Funimation 3 times. But I managed to get through like 20 episodes of Our Own High School Host Club with the one advert.
See, that's Crunchyroll. I mean, the main thing with Crunchyroll was the fucking, you've got to wait a week. Because it's like the thing comes out, and that always did my head in, so I just have to pay for it.
And also, they show the same advert twice in a row sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a huge crisis about rhinos and them I knew they were endangered, but I didn't know that Prince William and David Beckham and someone else got involved. That was always the same advert that I had.
I got one for Parasite, and it used to terrify me.
Yeah, that one was messed up. I always get the rhino one, but it has Jackie Chan.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you have a different one. Do I have an English? This is a very niche one.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the David Beckham one, but it didn't, really recognize them all. They were soccer players, football players, excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like this huge alliance. Like Prince William is in there. The heir to the throne is in one of those adverts.
It's serious.
I'm like, Prince William, my brother, royal family and everything, but I'm just trying to watch me some anime. I just want to watch some Attack on Titan. Can you please carry on? I just want to watch
always just ones for Crunchyroll. I've never got a legit advert on there.
I'm getting weird advertisements for like car lots in different places of the country. Like one for Tennessee, one for like Washington State. It's ridiculous.
That's weird to think of, that they go to Crunchyroll and go, could you just broadcast this across the world, please?
I'm not convinced there's not just like a database of commercials, right? Somewhere that Crunchyroll just like, sort of like photos, like you pay for all the photos on this website or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
The place I used to work, did they ever have advertisements on Crunchyroll?
Yes, all the time.
Interesting.
I get most of my Crunchyroll ads are for like, well, I guess recently it's a lot of Facebook ads over and over and over, but I get a lot of local ads sometimes, and sometimes local ads that aren't local to me.
How weird. I just get the horn thing. Maybe they just really want me to get involved and save the rhinos. Everyone stop shooting rhinos, save them all. Now, please stop giving me those adverts. Thank you very much.
They're speaking directly to you. They want your help, Simon.
They want me to hunting rhinos, goddammit.
Only you can save these rhinos.
I would like to clarify and go on record now that I have never contributed to the hunt of a rhino. I've never personally hunted a rhino. Wouldn't be my bag. I don't want to punch a rhino because I don't think it'd do much. I don't think that's how you hunt. I've never been hunting. I don't think you punch the animal.
Punch those rhinos.
That's why you have guns. Okay.
No, a gun can't penetrate rhino skin. That's why you have to punch them. Punching is the only tool strong enough.
Can we go on a punch hunt? Or it's just like, there's a giant moose in the rocky terrain of Canada, and then just go up and punch it.
Let's see who breaks their hand first.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain a moose would win that exchange.
I think punching a moose is called suicide. Those things are bigger than you imagine.
A lot bigger, and a lot scarier. Manimal should know. Manimal's well aware of moose danger. When there's a moose on the loose. Not that he's here anymore.
Man, I remember moose. Did I ever tell you about the time living in Alaska that I woke up because something kept banging on the window outside of my room, and I look outside and it's a giant moose butt because there's a moose eating the tree that's like a couple feet away from the house.
Cows scare me. I'm always a bit freaked out about how big cows and horses are. I don't know how I deal with a moose.
Yeah, cows are like several hundred pounds of animal. If one of them came at me, I wouldn't like it.
I can understand being nervous around horses, but there's a whole sport about tipping over cows when they're asleep here.
Which is
when they're asleep.
Urban legend, but cows are stupid and dumb. Unless they stampede, then you're fucked. But otherwise, they're just stupid and dumb. There's a reason we eat so many.
When I was younger, I didn't really know a lot about cows, and I went camping in a field with a couple of friends, and the only place we could pee was in the field next to it because we wanted to go where the trees were. And as me and a couple of friends were all peeing in, the woodland bush, we see that these cows are moving towards us, right? So we kind of quickly try to move back towards our camp, and the cows are getting quicker and quicker. So we get quicker and quicker, right? And by the end of it, we're like running for the gate, and these fucking cows are just racing after us. My friend on the other side of the gate is shouting at us like, "Don't run, because if you run, they run after you, because they'll just follow, human beings, and they'll just stampede if you run from them." But fucking hell, we weren't about to stop running when these cows were like fucking stampeding after us. So we just like literally bolted, and then I remember going underneath the fence, and my friend like vaulted over the fence to get over it. Cows are fucking vicious.
Yeah.
You're idiots.
I didn't know that about cows. Thank you for that information. So if I'm ever chased by a cow...
The story started off a bit weird.
Cows can smell your fear.
Yeah.
There was 15 men gone into the farm. Only 5 came out.
They came out as pee, and then just...
You were camping though, weren't you? Why were you outside?
Yeah, we were camping. We had made our own festival up. It's like your uni. It was great.
Oh man, no, I've never been around a cow and never been chased by a cow. Luckily, fortunately, now I know what to do. I just hope I don't confuse that and the information from Jurassic Park and its vision's based on movement. I'll just be like, stand still.
Well, that
It can
might
still
work with,
see me.
that could work with stampeding cows too. That's one of the advice to stampede is to hold your ground.
I will hold my ground. I'll get vicious. I'll become vicious vacant and be like, come on then, you cow!
That's
You
the
want
thing.
blood?
I think
No,
cows.
you gotta be like just like completely still and like stare him down. Because like if you're a cow, you don't want to run into like a solid object. They're not that stupid.
Yeah, but as a person, I don't want a cow to run into me either.
Well, no, but in theory they won't. But you're not gonna outrun them.
I remember when the last Jurassic Park movie came out, my girlfriend got a picture of, hopping into the neighbor's yard where they have cows, and she did that Chris Pratt pose. But instead of velociraptors, it was just the cows that were already standing there going, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not my ground. Have a good day."
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to set me up here, Corin. You want me to get into a punch-up with a cow by, like, staring it in the eyes?
Wait, no,
Just
do
saying,
that.
If they're stampeding, you hold your ground. What you don't want to mess with are hogs. Hogs are terrifying.
Are they pigs?
Yeah, pigs. But like they're much bigger than you would imagine, and they'll just eat you if you fall down.
Oh. I'm just going to stay in the city and just be here, and it'll be nice and safe, and there's only pigeons here and dogs. It's fine.
A few foxes and squirrels. Yeah, we'll be.
They're harmless. I'm okay. Well, we're planning a trip to Kansas next year, so please don't interact us with any cows or hogs, please.
We're planning the
promise
cow fight
not-
now.
Not to interact you with any cows.
I mean,
Kansas.
don't make me fight a cow. Because I'll win. I'll win. I'm going to suplex that
better
cow.
souvenir to bring back than a newspaper that just says British man fights cow? If you do it in a small enough town, that will make newspapers.
If you go to a small enough town, British man visits town will be the newspaper.
I was going to say, is that one of your kind of goals for 2018? This is at Kansas.
We jokingly said a few weeks ago that we were going to do like a road trip from Canada to America, and that's now a thing, because we were like, actually, do you know when you just say something, you're like, do you know what, we could? We absolutely could do that.
That would be amazing.
So we are going either Canada or Kansas. I think we're in Kansas, aren't we? Is that what we decided?
I think so.
Yeah. That's probably what we did. We might as well, that's a good thing to talk about, actually, because we should mention now, next episode, this is the last episode of the year. We will be doing year-end awards, in terms of the happy hour, but that won't be till next year, because the next episode will be the 27th of December. We're not going to be recording then after the 12 days of Christmas. We're taking a break, everyone. Let us have a few days off before we record, so.
What?
Next episode will be in the new year. That'll be the year-end awards. So this is the perfect time to ask, has anyone got any resolutions for 2018? Anything stupid or anything you want to do or see or watch?
It's not stupid, but us at the Manga Forum, we want to start doing a bit more recording, and what else, Lex? Get some badges, get some stickers, and
get that merch.
Lara wants to go full merch.
Yeah, I want to go full merch. I tried to make a t-shirt, and it was so shit that I was meant to give one to Lex, and I couldn't. Lex, it was so shit.
I feel your pain, because when these guys were coming over to England, I was like, I'm gonna get t-shirts made up, and then I tried like on 15 minutes on like, is it Zavi or something? Like I was trying to, or Zazzle, whatever it's called, and I was trying to just get the logo on there, and then I gave up. I was like, I'll just meet them. It'll be fine.
It's worth it for the glory if you can get it done well, but if you can't, no, just leave it. Also, I think we'd like to do more like conventions next year and get the word out a bit about the podcast, and obviously more manga. And then personally, I don't really know. I haven't thought about it yet. It still feels like the end of the year is so far off.
I know. Like, it's weird.
Christmas next year, and then New Year is the year after. Yeah. No. What about you guys? Anyone else?
As show-wise, we're planning to grow. We're going to keep what we're doing. The planning to grow. We're going to plan to grow about this next year.
Grow inadvertently.
Yeah, that's more what we just do. We are hoping to. We're going to have more guests. That's certainly a thing that we're going to do. We're going to have a lot more guests throughout the weeks because it's fun
hard,
to speak.
Isn't it? It seems like it's so easy, but it's really not.
If you're an organised person like Mr. Sherbet Lemon, Anthony, who's a former he is technically a current member, but he hasn't been on in over a year, so safe to say he's a former member of the Happy Hour. He was very organised and he was fantastic at organising people, and he was setting up guests for us. Once he went, it's just me, and I am, as you know, I'm shit at it. I am really bad at organising any kind of guests or anything.
Well,
so
you sound good on the episodes anyway.
Yeah, that's all. I can
sound
talk.
Organised.
Yeah, you're very pro. Sound very pro. No,
I think you sound very bro.
I'm bro. I thought you said very, very bro. I was like, I guess that's a compliment. Thanks.
I also think that.
We're the manga bros, so it's all good. But yeah, we are planning to get a few more guests on. Corin's brother will be back. That was more.
He doesn't have to be.
Hey, I didn't get the chance to speak to him, and he seemed like a cool dude.
That's because you haven't met him.
And the Geekula guys as well, they were really cool. I must be the only person who still talks about Geekula.
Yeah, that was about Geekula.
They're still thrilled to know they have a fan.
For those who don't know what Geekula is, it is a bunch of Corin's friends who he mentioned off the cuff who did a podcast, and there's not really. They just sort of did it on their phone, I think. Did they? I think they said on one of the episodes. Like, they just literally sit there, talk about some nerd shit for a few hours. But I loved it. I was engrossed in their episodes. And then they went away for a year. I'm really sad about it.
For one of the ideas, they tried to reboot it as Geekenstein, but then that went away too, and I don't know what the current status is.
Something they did, which I really loved, and we may shamelessly steal one day. I shouldn't say on air. Oh, it's fine. They did a thing where they would watch like a trilogy of movies or something, and then they would come. They've never seen it before, or one of them has, and they'll talk about it before. Then they'll watch the first one. They'll come back, talk about it, then watch the second one. They just did like this retrospective, and I'd love to try that on a short anime series one time, or even just like a couple of movies, and see if it worked.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I like that.
So maybe Evangelion, but I don't know, actually. I don't know.
There's some good options there.
Well, they just announced the 20th Dragon Ball movie, so...
Let's go and do a 20 Dragon Ball Super movie marathon. Let's do it.
Okay, so we do.
Hey guys, it's day 19.
Individual episode of One Piece. Now that it's around 800.
That's just the new. That's just a new podcast. We're dropping this format and picking up a new one. And it's just about One
Piece.
Piece.
How we killed Bleach. This is how we kill One Piece.
That's why I'm scared to do a My Hero Academia recap thing, because I might get rid of it soon. It's like, no, don't. That's what happened to... me and Lego, planned to do a fairy tale weekly recap, and that ended. So just the mere mention of it is killing off these shows, from the looks of it.
We must only use our powers for good.
Manga Sensei recap coming soon, guys. Please kill that show. Please. Don't bring us season 2. We don't need it.
I was going to say, personally, the only real, resolution is to get a job. Eventually, I hope to get a new working computer, because currently, for the next 9 days, as of today, probably won't be around by the time this is published, the Humble Bundle includes Sony Vegas.
Yeah!
Normally, retails at $3.99, is now $20. So, here's a good chance to save about $380.
I've been sitting on that with a bookmark for the longest time because I don't know what Humble Bundle is, and I'm convinced it's a scam.
No, they are super legit. This is how I bought RPG Maker, like all of them, for $50. And, pick your own charity that you want to give to. I gave to the Anchorage Nature Trails. If I ever go back to Alaska, I hope to enjoy some nature trails. But for the moment, it is very real. So expect video content from me, in a year. Which is actually 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I almost bought Sony Vegas Pro about 3 months ago, and the £282 price tag put me off. I was like, maybe I'll hang out.
I was going to say,
Jesus,
Sony Vegas 15 is already out, but they still have another year of working out the bugs on that, so enjoy this functional, slightly less RAM-intensive program right now.
Absolutely. That sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to... Right, I'm snapping that up after this show. Yeah, go to Humble Bundle. We might include the link, because this will be out on the 21st. I think, as of now, you've got 7 days, I think. No, 9 days. So it will still be out when this episode is on there. You'll have 5 days after today, if my maths is correct. So yeah, if you're a budding content creator and you want a movie maker. It's not Windows Movie Maker. The pro stuff, that is.
Oh man, I do remember Movie Maker. Those were good times. Those were hard times, but those were good.
Still use Movie Maker. I'm sorry.
I've been using Movie Maker for the 12 Days of Christmas because it's just so much easier to just put it in a timeline. Honestly, sometimes I'll just if it's a really simple transition, a lot of the podcasts have been done with it, and I'm just like, just put it in there, fuck it. There you go, done. Mm. It's so much easier because we don't do anything with the video.
Totally agree.
I'd love to know what kind of After Effects Vegas has.
I'll tell you when I learn to use it. Next year.
Fair enough.
I know Manimal's listening now because I'll say this as a New Year's resolution. Manimal, more video content is coming for the YouTube channel. Huh. I'm just going to say that now.
Yeah, I've been here safely and nice for 43 minutes, but I gave up on this episode because I'm pissed, so that's how it goes.
Aw, he's pissed as in angry because of his internet. He's not angry because of anyone else.
No, that's the way it goes. Once the mood's ruined, it never comes back.
Oh man. It's okay. Let me try and get you back. Umaru.
Nah.
Oh, not even mentioning Umaru is going to do anything.
No.
It's okay, because Love Live shit anyway, so I don't want to...
Yeah, it's the worst.
Have you got any resolutions, Manimal, for 2018 that you're going
to... Nothing happy.
Nothing happy? So you're only you're content to spread maliciousness and negativity for the year?
Listen, I need to get my life together.
Oh, okay. That'll be good. I feel like you've got a good handle on that already.
There's an opening for a Polish restaurant in your town that you can open.
Yeah, 0% pull. I'm on it.
It'll be fine. The amount of restaurants that I go that are, whether it's a authentic Japanese restaurant and then they're not actually Japanese.
Yeah,
as long as they serve the food.
Shitty restaurant.
Hey, you better back off, Miso in Stoke. That's the fine establishment, and please give me free money. We lost.
I don't want food like that unless it's real.
Okay. Okay, fine. Keep your genuine Polish cuisine.
I can't.
So you sell fake food.
Yeah.
That'll do.
I can make some fake apple pies.
I know someone who's made a fake apple, so
Yeah, they're
Genuine fake apple food.
Genuine
just
fake
need the-
full of sausages.
You need to buy one of each of those restaurants so we can send over and get a mold making. Unfortunately, the original will be destroyed, but, you know, you've got them fake ones forever, so it'll be okay.
Also, funny you use the word mold, depending on how long the shipping takes.
That's true. Lego's still waiting for a package from me. That shipping's right, bitch. You definitely not just forgot to send it. It's still on its way, Lego. Sorry. Any? I don't know what was I trying to say.
I do have another resolution, kind of. Or
Go for it.
I'm actually at the moment working on drawing a comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It would be my first ever attempt to do a full comic and have it printed and, I don't know, inked and everything. So I was going to ask if you guys have any writing in the pipeline. Anything you guys are doing at the moment? Or that you want to do for next year?
There's a story I've been working on forever now that I want to work on more. My promise to myself this year was to write more, and I did, but I want to make more and more, so actually finish it for once.
I'm at maybe the 1/3 mark of the book that should have been written for National Novel Writing Month, but I'm going to see if I can't convince an artist I like to do a cover for it and see if that won't motivate me to at least have something solid to work with.
Yes, that's exciting.
I am going to go the opposite route of what I did on 2016, where I was like, I will have something out and published by the end of this year. And that was my resolution. I have been failed miserably in that respect. I have barely got anything half finished. I'm about... Okay, let me think. So I wanted to get to like the 8 chapter mark for the first installment, and I'm on chapter 2. So yeah, I'm a quarter of the way through where I wanted to be.
Is this your Persona fan fiction?
It's not, unfortunately. That's still on the back burner. That's kind of the problem, because I started about 4 different new stories and just kept writing things.
Are you going back to Heavy Rain then? Or is this something new?
This is Heavy Rain that I've just been working on in the background for the longest time. So I'm just going to keep plugging. You
should resolve to give it a title that's not already a video game.
I know.
Well known.
I know. I've tried. It's a work in progress. Title's TBC. I'll say that a funny side story about that actually. I was thinking I'm going to call it. I provisionally changed the title this year for a few days, and I called it Shield. So I was like, this makes sense. And then I realized that there's a fucking TV series called Shield. I was like, I just can't get away from pre-existing properties.
That's, not a good idea.
I can't stop myself. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, definitely more writing in the pipeline, but I'm not setting myself any definitive goals just because I'm going to fail and then feel ashamed, like I do this year.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that as well. But then at the same time, if I never tell anybody that I'm doing it, it never gets done anyway. So it's that happy medium of like telling some people and also saying it online now. And so now I'm held accountable for it. But also I've sort of half done it.
That's true.
So I think the hard part's over for me now. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far it gets.
There'll be more. Yeah, we'll talk about it. That's one of the objectives that we've got for next year, is to bring back more writing episodes, because we haven't done that many in 2017. I think we've done like 2. Does that sound about right to you guys?
I don't think I've ever heard you do a writing episode. I've listened to quite.
Maybe we've not done one this year.
Is that one that we've lost?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we did lose one. Yeah, we've done a few in the past. No, we have planned to do some, and then when it came to the day, I'm like, okay, guys, do you want to do a writing episode? No. No, not really.
I know we got to about the 2-hour mark of a conversation, and then you mentioned writing and immediately dropped it, and that was the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah, that was recent, where it's like, this is the theme. We're going to have a theme today. We're going to talk about writing, and we're going to have this topic, because that was the thing we were going to do. And then you look at the time, and you're like, no. Let's just end this. Okay, bye, guys.
The thing is, I know this is really cliche, but you can't force it, right? Well, maybe you can force it. I don't know if writing is different. Everyone does it differently, whatever. But
true.
I've kind of thought about lots of little stories that I've maybe wanted to write and drawn half comics and gone, half-assed about it. This story, I don't know what it is, but I like it a lot. And I've just been able to do it. It's just sort of as if, I don't want to say it's written itself or anything because it hasn't. But or maybe it's the time that I'm in at the moment, like work is okay and I've been able to make time for it or whatever. But it's much easier. It's been much easier to just
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you're back.
It's fixed.
What are you having You're having problems. What's going on?
Oh, my fucking Yeti shit, mate.
This is the cursed episode.
Yeah, this Yeti, blue Yeti is just like, if you move it, it just cuts out and it just won't come back.
What's a Yeti? What are you talking
It's
about?
like a really expensive mic, you guys.
Ooh. Oh, is it?
Birthday, yeah.
And we're just talking about writing and doing more creative things in the new year, Lex. Are you going to work on anything? Do any writing?
Yeah, I've started writing poetry. Like a weird person. Like a weird emo person. But, yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. And, it's quite easy when there's quite a lot of lady topics to be writing poetry about. Yeah, so that's what I was doing today.
I think it's nice.
Generally just focusing on getting better at editing. Audio editing would be nice.
Were you going to do a course, Lex?
Yeah, I want to be able to do it from home or something. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But I really don't. Yeah.
You can, you'll have to have a look for those. I tried to get better at audio editing and I just gave up. So it's fine. It was serviceable. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Where we are now, it's okay.
I think it was...
As long as there's like a YouTube tutorial for the thing I want to do, I can kind of figure it out.
That's what, basically any new software, I'm like, okay. Who on YouTube has done a really bad video? Do you know where they just type it on Notepad, what they're going to do? Or it's the, hey guys, today I'm going to show you, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you how to edit and add sound effects.
Yeah, and it's like unwatchable. It's like, I don't want to know how to do it anymore.
Yeah, and there's so much like background noise. Like if I turn the sensitivity up, and you can just hear it everywhere.
It's either that or it's, hi guys, I'm 12 years old and today we're going to be learning how to press the buttons on the thing.
Shout out to the Spanish-speaking guy who taught me how to splice audio in Audacity, who is using an English copy of Audacity, but was at least kind enough to have video going the whole time while speaking how to do it in Spanish.
You learned two things. You learned Spanish, a bit of Spanish.
No, I learned one half of a thing.
You learned how to edit, and you learned how to ask people in Spanish on how to edit.
Yeah.
Senor Baby Hands was there, and he helped you.
Gracias.
That is... I think we've been going pretty long. I could say about the fall season and Junie Tyson and all that, but fuck it. We'll save that for another week.
No. Wait, when my mic wasn't working, I had a really good idea.
Okay.
When we were talking about you wanted to do retrospective episodes on whatever anime or whatever. We should totally do one because like me and Lara haven't seen Bleach or Naruto or any of those ones. So if you had like a couple of you that had like seen it and wanted to feel like how you wanted to watch, like how you felt watching it back, but then also like have like guests on that like me or Lara and other people during the season like who had never seen it before. That's like quite a common
Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's quite a common one with TV podcasting. They'll have someone who's never seen it before and someone who's like a massive fan.
I've watch all 366 episodes of Bleach together. It'll be magical.
There's potential for longevity if it's popular.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other Naruto podcasts out there, but
yeah, I'm assuming. I know because doing anime podcasting has managed. Like I've stumbled upon so many other anime podcasts, ones I didn't know existed. And there's a One Piece one that's pretty popular, and it's just about One Piece, which I imagine is pretty gutting if there was the same of like Naruto and Bleach, and then it ended, and they're like, well, that's us done. Bye, guys.
We're pretty good with our manga stuff because I do a D&D podcast, and there are literally like hundreds of thousands of D&D podcasts out there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we need to fly the flag for manga and anime in the UK, especially because there are quite a few in the US. The US,
yeah,
a little bit, but
shout out to the Swaru manga as well. They're on the forum.
Swaru gang,
Swag gang.
That was an episode that was fucking awful to edit. Oh my god! When we were recording, I'm pretty sure there was no relay, but for some reason the recording, Swaru-kun was saying everything twice. Like 10 seconds, like a really bad echo. So it was like,
oh god,
it was so bad. If the unedited version, there was literally a bit where he was going, "We're based in West London, London."
That's just how they talk. It's just a quirk.
Yeah, they just speak over each other. They're so in sync.
It's one of those really weird regional dialects.
Sound like they're doing really,
must be
really
Somerset or some shit. I don't know.
Still not as bad as the Welsh.
Don't you diss the Welsh?
But so to hear you guys have a few problems and things with your podcast, it reassures me at least, because I think, nobody's perfect. You guys sound pro, sort of. And
gotta qualify.
I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, there it is. You sound good.
Hopefully, being on has clarified that no, we're not. Literally what we've just done. We tend to just speak for an hour before we go on, and then go, oh shit, yeah, let's start the episode. Oh, what are we doing? I don't know. Fine, let's go. And then that's what happens.
Yeah.
We're business.
But that's a good idea, the retrospective. Definitely something to look forward to. It's setting it in stone right now. 2018 is the year of the retrospective, guys. Also, check the 2018 preview that we did. Cheap plug for the episodes that we've put out. And also check the Persona cast that I definitely didn't think I'd lost for the last 6 months. Yeah, I found it. It's there. And we've done something really cheap for the 12 Days of Christmas. I was like, it'll be brilliant. We'll release our Persona cast that we recorded in June. No one will know it was recorded in June, and then the first minute of audio is me going, yeah, it is the 3rd of June, 2017. And it's like, fuck it. And I could have just edited it out, but I was like, nah, fuck it, leave it in. Screw it.
It's more funny. Our style to leave it in.
I don't care. I was going to just overdub it and just go 24th of December, 2017.
Like a robot voice.
Yeah.
It is December 21st.
But it's all good fun. That's gone up today as well.
I've just been
before we go
over. Oh no, I was just saying. I've been looking over seeing as we're doing the end of the year. I've been looking over the best-selling graphic novels and comics in the UK, and none of them are manga. Which is,
that's sad.
That can't be true.
It should be.
I mean,
I bought some manga this year. That should affect the sales somehow.
Yeah, I bought shitloads.
I spent a fuck ton on manga this year. I regret nothing.
I bulk bought Black Clover, but now I have nowhere to put any of my books, so they're all sitting in a box.
Interesting.
Sad times.
That's the other idea that we had as part of the forum. So, because I'm based in London, we thought about having actual meetup groups. Having a manga forum IRL, and I thought it would be a nice idea to have a manga swap meetup.
Yeah.
Where we would read a book in a month or something. We have one book that we're all reading, but then you come to the event to exchange comics, because I also have a fuck ton of manga that I read, and I don't have any space. It's all on the floor. So they're all like piled up in my bedroom on the floor because I don't have anywhere to put it. And so I thought it's nice. I send Lex a couple. I give Lex
the library of Lara's manga.
Because I hate reading on my phone as well. So Lex will read her phone, but I can't do that. So I end up buying them really cheap on Amazon. Sorry to all the independent comic book stores out there. But I buy them cheap on Amazon and then I don't have anywhere to put them.
You buy them second hand, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It is a lot. I prefer the paperback and actually having the physical copy. I just appreciate the artwork a lot more. Yeah, but then when I'm reading on my phone, because I've had to do that with Black Clover, because I've caught up, and we're apparently doing a Black Clover episode like tomorrow or something, or the day after. So I'm getting there, Corin. I'm blitzed through Radross, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah. And the guy who is part of a light novel that's never mentioned in the manga until he comes in and they go, oh, here's so-and-so. And I was so confused. I'm going to bring that up. This is a spoiler. Well, it's not really a spoiler, but in Black Clover, in about 90 chapters in, they just introduce a character who was apparently in a spin-off light novel who has a pre-existing relationship with the cast. But you don't know this. And it's just like, oh, there's so-and-so. He's this guy. Remember when we rescued blah, blah, blah? It's like, what? Wait. And I spent like 20 minutes researching, trying to figure out where I'd missed this chapter. I was like, I must have missed an entire arc. What the fuck has gone on? But, yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool. It ties in with the light novels, I guess, but it was hella confusing when I was watching it. When I was reading it, sorry.
And I guess the only other thing I was going to say is whether or not I don't know if you're doing an episode on it, but what's been the best thing and the worst thing you've watched or read this year?
We'll be doing a year-end awards next year. Mm-hmm. Obviously, best thing goes without saying is Handshakers. It was the greatest anime of 2017. Absolute legend of an anime, that one. The artwork was visionary and beyond its time.
Damn.
One of these days you're going to believe your own lie, and then we're going to have to put you down.
This is the problem, where I'm going to carry on saying it until, I go, oh no, actually, I do kind of like it. I had that with the...
weird to believe that was this year.
That was this year. It was winter season this year. That was my pick for the winter season. I was right. Was not off the mark at all with that.
So you don't think it's good? I don't know anything about it.
It's very poor.
It wasn't great. Although I don't know, out of that and A Sister's All You Need and stuff, I don't know. There's a lot of shit to wade through.
There's a lot of shit out there, yeah. That's true.
I think that's the thing. The year-end awards will be best. We'll just say, yeah, I like this. And then the worst, right! And that'll be where the real fun stuff. Because it's always funner to shit on things than to
I think
praise
that's
them.
Like, through our podcast as well, the longer episodes where we have more to say are the things that we haven't enjoyed. So even like, okay, good, not enjoying things, you have a scale of like Goodnight Pom Pom not enjoying, and then Sword Art Online is probably the worst thing that I've read this year. No, Vampire Night was worse, let's be honest.
Yeah, Vampire Night.
So, and I just have so much to say when things are shit, but when things are good, like our Sailor Moon episode, which I don't know how you guys feel about Sailor Moon, but I don't know what to say about Sailor Moon. It's just good.
Yeah, just like, like 20th Century Boys, you're like, yeah, it's just really good. I don't want to like talk about massive spoilers because you want everyone else to read it.
There's only so many ways of saying, I enjoyed this. Like, whereas if something's wrong and it's shit, you go, okay, this is poor, this is why, this is what they could have done instead. This is an example of something similar that was better. Yeah. And there's just so much more scope.
And
I feel like your Sailor Moon episode was interesting to hear the difference of, okay, this is the thing we just read that show we used to watch as kids was based on.
Yeah.
And in my world, they're still, Darian and Serena.
Yeah. I prefer the dub so much better.
Yeah, I love the books the best. Books are the best.
Yeah, I don't know if Manimal's listening, but I think our Star Wars episode today could be a lot shorter just based on, I liked it.
It's potentially that.
Could you just be super nitpicking? I'm not saying it's like, whatever. You know, it's obviously good. It obviously has some problems, but you'd be really nitpicking. at Star Wars, I feel like.
Yeah, Manimal. Manimal hated it.
No.
Couldn't stand it. He says he's seen AIDS that was better. I don't know how you could see AIDS or a visual representation. I've seen AIDS better. That's what he said. He doesn't sound like that. Before we go, because it's going to be Christmas, I want to ask, does anyone have any Christmas wishes they want to say to the audience out there before we head off caroling and doing all Christmassy stuff?
Christmas wishes?
We can say, shall we all say a Merry Christmas and then head off?
Yeah.
Together in unison.
That'd be cool.
Yay!
Any other parting shots before we go? Manimal's not here, so he can't take one. He'll take one to the mistletoe. I'll do that for him. Thank you for listening, guys. It's been a fantastic 2017. Continue to listen to the 12 Days of Christmas, because they go all the way up to Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve. One of those. Keep watching it and you'll find out. But before we go, we want to wish you here at the Happy Hour and the Manga Forum a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Christmas!
Welcome back, Manuel. We're done. We're out.